What's going on, y'all? Today is Top 10 PlayStation 1 games.
One. Let's do it.
Yes, let us do it. What is going on, y'all? It is time for Top 10 PlayStation 1 games.
PlayStation 1.
That's right. And we're going to do this. I mean, I know we skipped some consoles, but, you know, we have to go with what we know.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. We do need to do a shout out for the Sega Genesis. The Nintendo 64, all of them great consoles, but this is where the heart's at right here.
Exactly.
PlayStation 1.
Exactly.
That's where it's at. So, but we're gonna go ahead and kick it off.
Okay.
With number 10, with Diablo. Number 10 is Diablo. Diablo 1, which was by Blizzard. One of Blizzard's first mini games, other than Warcraft and all that. I know there's still Rock and Roll Racing and all that stuff, but Diablo is what really kicked them off from their part, because they were partnered with these people that actually created Diablo, and they bought these people out and brought them in as a partner company and made them part of the company of Blizzard. But yeah, the game itself, it's an RPG. You get to play as a warrior, wizard, or a rogue or a thief. I can't remember which one it is. It's been so long since I played the game. But
it kind of launched them. It really did.
Yeah, for Diablo itself, the series. And of course it launched it off because it's the first one in the series, but it actually helped them get it going, get the company going. Other than, like I said, Warcraft, because Warcraft, 1 and 2 was their flagship games, But I believe this is actually their first game that they actually put on console. And other than the Super Nintendo, but this is their actual flagship game that they put on console.
Okay.
And this is actually the only game that's on console today. Because you have Diablo 1, 2, and 3, which I'm not sure if Diablo 2 made it to console or not. But did it? I can't remember if it did or not, because I never played it on console. But I know Diablo 3. As a matter of fact, I stream it on Twitch.
He does.
And Diablo 3. Come check me out.
Yes.
I'll be streaming it tomorrow. Well, by the time y'all see this, it won't be tomorrow. But anyway, 9 a.m. Eastern time. But anyway, Diablo, it was a good game. It was a great game. It's a battle between heaven and hell, and the I think 3 primeval. Of course, Diablo being one of them. Of course, the namesake of the game.
Yeah.
And it's just if you have never played this, please try to find it on the emulator. Go check it out.
Yes.
Good game. You won't be a waste of your time. So,
yeah.
Lord have mercy, you and your hair. But anyway,
moving on. Number 9 is Grand Theft Auto, the original, which is a great game. I played the mess out of it, and it started the whole Rockstar thing. It was great. It was an overhead view, but the graphics were really basic. But then you actually had to drive around to actual telephone booths to get missions, and it was all overhead. It was just insane. You weren't supposed to even play it if you were a kid, but
right.
did anyway.
Anyway.
At least until your mama found it, and then she hit you.
Yeah.
But it just. It's the greatest game ever. I loved it. The flamethrower was the coolest thing in the world.
It blew my mind when I saw a game like this. You played as an actual criminal instead of a hero. Mm-hmm. You go around, doing these odd jobs for these crime bosses, making money, killing people. I mean, running people over. What is just
What?
And it really blew my mind. And it
was the first of its kind.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's still going on today. Yeah, there's talks and rumors about them making, a part 6 because there's GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5 out now.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's
been
talks.
Out forever.
Oh yeah, it's been out forever. Back in PlayStation 3 days.
Yep, that's when it came out because I had it.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, there's rumors talking about GTA 6 coming out. Yeah, but Grand Theft Auto, and just getting one of the fast cars and being able to run,
Oh, it was the
run
Banshee.
around town. The Banshee. That's it.
It had the
Banshee.
2 stripes on the top. It was basically a Viper.
A Viper. Yeah.
And it was so cool.
It was awesome. I loved it. It was a good game. Played the snot out of it.
Yep.
Matter of fact, it was one of as much as I hate to say it was one of the first games that my dad ever got me. It was that one, and another one that's on the list that I'm not going to say right now until we get further down. So,
yes.
But yeah, this is like one of the very first games that I'd ever gotten on PlayStation when I got my PlayStation for Christmas that year. But the very first game I ever got was NASCAR 98. Of course, that was my dad. I mean, I was into NASCAR, but give me an RPG any day. But anyway, once again, moving on to number 8, which is Bushido Blade.
That was an incredible game.
That was a good game. It was a great game. It was hard. It was hard because it was a one-hit kill fighter, pretty much. It told a story, which is another aspect that I liked about the game. But it was like a Soul Reaver, not Soul Reaver, Soul Calibur. Yeah, but as a samurai, you're a samurai, or I think you could be a ninja too, couldn't you?
I believe so, yes.
So, but yeah.
But it was just one-on-one.
Yeah.
And whoever got that killing blow did it. But
That
it was
one
so
strike.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the first games to introduce where if you missed and hit, if you hit some bamboo, it would fall over. It was just really cool. I loved it.
It had great mechanics, good mechanics.
The graphics were great for its time.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like I said, that one-hit kill. Plus you could move between techniques with your sword.
Yep.
And I always used the one samurai where you put he sheathed the katana, and the guy I'd run up to the guy and just strike. Yeah, that was so cool to me. That was so. It just made you feel like a mystical samurai. It was a good game. I liked that game. It was awesome. So, but moving on.
Moving on, number 7 would be Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, one of the classic games for the PlayStation, which they made another one, which was Blood Omen. I think they made a third one too. But
I think so too.
You just go around taking people's soul because you do things, and you pull that, and you could see his monster face, and you would take their soul. It was just super crazy.
And the environment, you could throw the monsters and the beasts to the hooks on the wall and just throw them up there and kill them. You remember that?
No, I
Where
don't.
you beat them up and put them in a daze, and you pick them up and you take them and you just throw them up on the wall. Yeah, it had cool mechanics to it, and the story. Oh my God, the story was awesome. Like he said, like he said with Blood Omen: The Legacy of Kain was the original origin of Legacy of Kain. It was the first one in the series. And then Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver came out and blew everybody's mind with that as well.
It did.
Like I said, it great mechanics, great story. It was good. It was
a
good
fun game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a legend.
Yeah. Matter of fact, legendary. Stamping it legendary.
All of them were legendary. Every single
true. True. I mean, and the thing is, with this list, y'all, it was really hard to do this list. Because
there's
so many great games that we played on PlayStation that was just awesome. Yeah, so, but we're going to move on to number 6, which is NFL Blitz. Oh, man. Yeah, you told me you said it right.
Oh, man, I love that. I loved it.
Yes, it was a great game as well. You want your normal football game. Yeah, because...
And that's what made it great.
And because you sit there playing a game and all of a sudden you're past the ball to one your wide receiver, and next thing you know the guy comes up and he picks you up and body slams you. You know, and then he elbows you when you're down. You know, it was just funny.
You get back up and then you tackle them again.
Yeah, it was just funny and awesome.
Cheap, but they let you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It made it fun. I enjoyed it so much.
To be honest with you, I kind of wish they would do another one. You know, bring it on maybe the PS4, maybe the PS5 that's coming out next year, or you know, on Xbox, whatever. Just make another one. You know, it would be good.
They did a second one.
Yeah, they did do a second one, and I mean that may be why they never did another one, because it didn't do that well. So, but anyway, we're going to move on to number 5, which is Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider. Everyone loved this game, and it wasn't because of hot Lara Croft or whatever. It was just interesting because you ran around and all you did was shoot at stuff and try to figure out puzzles and climb on stuff.
Yes, and I mean, you find you know, historical artifacts, you know, and you know, pretty much prevent the world from ending, because all these cults and bad guys are trying to get all these, you know, artifacts to become powerful and, you know, destroy the world, you know, and with Lara Croft, which is the Tomb Raider, you know, she prevented them from doing it, you know, with you playing as her. And to be honest with you, she was the PlayStation mascot for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then of course God of War came out, and Kratos became, you know, the mascot of PlayStation. Which, I mean, I know Lara Croft probably still is for PlayStation 1. I'm not sure about now, but there's all, you know, kinds of mascots for the PlayStation. But anyway, you know, you run around and got, you know, 2 different types of weapons and stuff like that, you know, and just being able to crawl up, you know, and doing a swan dive in the water, or just swan dive off of the mountain and just, you know, break her neck.
Well,
whatever.
She had 2 45s. They never ran out of ammo.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, my mom had all 3 of them for the PS1 with the strategy guides. I defined these strategy guides. She played this religiously.
To be honest with you, I did too. I had 1, 2. I had 1 and 2. I played 3 because a buddy of mine had it. Yeah, but I never owned it. You know, the last one that I owned was the Rise of the Tomb Raider, which was on Xbox. And when I had an Xbox, which of course I switched over to PlayStation now, which is kind of the better choice.
No, it's not.
But anyway, not trying to be biased or anything like that. So, but anyway, you know, it was a good game. You know, I loved that game. Fell in love with that game. Actually, almost made me want to become an archaeologist. You know, other than, you know, Indiana Jones. But, you know, playing as Lara Croft, it almost inspired me to become an archaeologist. You know, because I'm a history buff, love history. Yeah, so, but anyway, we're going to move on to number 4.
Which is one of the greatest games for the PS1, which is Tenchu Stealth Assassin.
Yes.
I played this game so much. It was so great. You could just run around and you stab people and blood would pour.
It was a little bit violent, a little bit gory.
A little bit, but you could sneak up behind people and you slit their throat, and then sometimes their head would come off if you were a girl. Ricky Maru was the guy. I can't remember the girl's name.
You only played as Ricky Maru in Tenchu 1, though.
I mean, you played as a girl, too?
No, not in Part 1.
Yeah.
Part 2, you played as a girl.
There was 3 of them as 2. And I think we actually played this together a long time ago.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, but
it was great. The story was great. You could throw ninja stars. You could hide. You sneak up on people and just cut their throat or sword fight them real quick, or you could use smoke and get away. It was just awesome. It was a great game. Anyone who's ever played PlayStation should know what it is.
It puts you in the mind of a ninja.
It does.
You know?
It does.
And they did a good job of it. And to be honest with you, to see a Tenchu release on the PlayStation 4 or the 5, that's, like I said, coming out next year, you know, oh my God, the graphics, and they just put, you know, and the game, but just how they, you know, the technology they have today to be able to play as Ricky Maru or whatever, I can't remember her name.
Amia?
I can't remember. Like I said, it's been so long since I played the game.
I think they made a third one for the PS2.
They may
did a
have.
second one called Wrath of Heaven, and then
Right.
I think they made a third one.
So,
I'm
yeah.
not 100%
So, but yeah, it was really good. It was really fun. I played it a lot myself, and because of course I love Japanese culture. You know, the mythology, the samurai, the ninjas, and feudal Japan is my favorite era of Japan. Samurais, ninjas, daimyos, shoguns, stuff like that. But anyway, enough of that. We're going to move on to number 3, which is Castlevania, Sympathy of the Night, where you play as Alucard, the son of Dracula.
And it was awesome.
It was awesome. They took an RPG. They took a Castlevania game and made it into an RPG. Because you got to be able to change out your weapons. You got to change out your armor, your shield, your rings, capes, whatever. And you had stats for Alucard that was, you had hit points, you had magic points, you had strength points, stuff like that. It was an RPG in a Castlevania game, and I believe that's pretty much why it blew up so hard. Because of the way they did this game and the way everything was in game. Like I said, you use the swords instead of a whip. Because you want a Belmont, you were Alucard.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a secret in the game that were at the end of the game, you thought you beat the game.
I didn't get that far.
But you trust me, you didn't. That's not the true blue ending. Which this game is so old now that it's not really a spoiler, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's a spoiler. Just cut this version out of the video if you haven't played it and want to play it. But anyway. It's the upside down castle. You got to get to get to Dracula, and you got to have 2 special items. I think they're called the Holy Glasses, and it's a silver ring. I think it is that you got to have. And you see this orb floating over Richter at the end of the castle, and you got to, instead of defeating Richter, you got to defeat this orb, and then after the orb, you'll have a little bit of role play, where they're talking and whatnot back and forth, and then. Of course, that's when you go to the upside down castle and you go find Dracula. So it was a good game. People still play this game today. It was really good and it's still good. I wish they'd make another one like it with Alucard. So.
Is that like the only one he's in?
No, I think he was in Castlevania 2. He was a playable character. He wasn't the main character, but he was a playable character.
Oh, okay.
Just like with, I think her name was Maria. You play as her too. You can play as her too. Because there's like certain spots of the castle that you need either Alucard or Maria.
See, I didn't get that far in. It's a great game. It was fun to try, but I never got that far. Oh my God!
It was one of my favorite all-time games. So, but moving on.
Oh Lord. Number 2, Final Fantasy VII. One of the greatest RPGs of all time, which they're about to release the remake.
Yeah, the remake of it.
That's how good it is. They had to remake it with better graphics, and hopefully they don't change the story.
I'm hoping not either, because it's a great story, awesome story. I loved it.
Still not beat it.
This game here is this game here. And Breath of Fire, the first one on the Super Nintendo, is really, really what got me into RPGs.
Yep, I agree with that.
And this is what really got me into RPGs was Final Fantasy VII. Because it's 4 discs, I think it was.
Mm-hmm,
a 4-disc game.
Mm-hmm.
This is how long this game is. It's not we're gonna go save the world. Let me get this power. Boom. Let's go fight the last boss. You're done within a day or two.
I got like disc 3.
Trust me. I got to the last boss.
It was just so long.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I maxed out all my HP, my stats, and everything, and he still kicked my butt.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like Robos.
But I mean, technically, I have beat the game. I've just never really seen the
No.
ending of it. And so,
don't spoil it. I mean,
no, I'm not saying nothing because, like I said, with the remake coming out, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
yes,
Yeah, for the new generation that wants to experience this legendary game.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely, don't ruin it because I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, I plan on getting it myself.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I plan on getting it myself, and I'll probably end up streaming it too.
There you go.
So,
dang.
But before we move on to our number one game for PlayStation, we're going to do some honorable mentions. Okay. Our number one honorable mention is Die Hard Trilogy.
Die Hard Trilogy was awesome. It was a first-person shooter. You got to go through each one of the movies, but it was still just a shooter, but it was just cool to be able to be John McClane and to do all that and say yippee-ki-yay and shoot up the airport, shoot up the hotel. The whole thing was just great. It was 3 levels. That's what, the trilogy for all 3 movies. Yeah. Surprised they didn't do With a Vengeance and then Die Harder, and which they might one day. It was just a great game. It's a great game.
But moving on, with number 2 is Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes, I know we already have a Final Fantasy, but this game here has to have a mention. Yeah, because the simple fact is, it's tactics. You get. I
didn't get to play
it. Me and my brother, we played it. I've gone through this game many times. They brought the class system into it where you could be a knight, a mage, a white mage, black mage, blue mage, I think, a bard, samurai, ninja. They have, I think it was right there close to like 15, 16 classes that you could be.
It was just too much to me.
And it was just, it was just awesome. It was just awesome, with the War of the Lions, I think, or Roses, or something like that. It's been a while since I played it. Yeah, something like that. It is the War of the Roses. So, but we're going to move on because, like I said, these are just honorable mentions. With
number 3, Dino Crisis 2. Or 1, it really doesn't matter. Dino Crisis was awesome. You got to sit back and fight dinosaurs with guns. It was great. And that's why at least it needs to be mentioned. It's well known in the PlayStation community. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are so many games that should be on the list that should be honorably mentioned. There's just so many. And when you think about PlayStation and when it was coming up, Dino Crisis was in there. I mean, I know a lot of people that played it. I played it, and it's just a great game.
And there's one more. It's not actually on our list here, but I got to throw it in, and it's Gex.
Oh, okay. Gex Enter the Gecko.
Yeah, to me, we were talking earlier, and we both agreed that Gex had the potential to actually become PlayStation's first mascot instead of Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, and it had the potential. We're not really sure what happened. Why it died, because I think they came out with a total of 3 games for it, I think. Yeah, and he had these, crazy, remarks that, he would say and, go, through television and stuff. It was awesome. It was really good game. Really good game.
My mom used to play the crap out of it.
I think I had the second one, I think.
Mom played the mess out of it. I'm telling you.
But yeah, like I said, just wanted to do a shout out for the Gex. Like I said, that was a good game, and like I said, we agree that it had a potential to become the mascot of PlayStation instead of Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
But we're going to number 1, which is a tie.
It is a tie.
We could not agree on these 2 games, and we probably never will. Don't get me wrong, both games are great games, but the one that I've got it's close to my heart. I really love this game, and it's almost, like I said, it's right there above Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy was my game back in the day, and then this released, and of course this became my main game. But the tie for number 1 is Breath of Fire 3 and Metal Gear Solid 1.
It's Metal Gear Solid.
And Metal
Gear Solid is the greatest game on PlayStation.
I'm sorry,
history,
I got to disagree with you on that one.
No,
I'm sorry.
I have beaten this game like 20 times.
Yes, I mean I have beaten this game plenty of times, and to be honest with you, this game also inspired me to join. Want to join the military and become a secret agent like that. To be able to do that. But
it's just
with Breath of Fire 3. It was, instead of just becoming a dragon and going to the dragon shrines and stuff like you did with part 1, you went around the world of Breath of Fire and found all these dragon genes that, you could combine together and make it become a dragon of your choosing. Instead of just becoming a fire, ice, lightning, whatever, you could become the Kaiser dragon, which is like the most powerful dragon in the game, And the story behind it, forget that. That's amazing by itself. But the dragon genes is what I think really made it helped with the mechanics of the game. The characters behind it, Gar, Nina, which of course Nina is a given because Nina's been in all of them. So is Ryu, which is the name of the main person that you play as. And it's to me, I love this game. I'm sorry, I had to choose it over Metal Gear Solid.
No,
Metal Gear
Solid is better. It's the first game where you could actually smoke cigarettes, and it did come in handy. You can't go any further without smoking. You could snap people's necks.
No.
And then the story on top of it, the story was so good.
Yes.
It could be a little chaotic, and you're like, what? There's no way. But he just told an amazing story. It was super hard. The characters were great. I mean, I fell in love with it instantly. I fell in love with the demo.
That's why
it made me hide in cardboard boxes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, smoking. No. Yeah, the reason why I smoke. And
don't get me wrong. It's a great story. I mean, all of the Metal Gears are good. Don't get me wrong. But I'll tell you what, y'all. Go in the comments. Let me know which one should be number one. Between Sympathy. Yeah, because we could not agree. We could not agree on which one would be number one. So we decided on letting it be a tie. And just let us know what you think. And also let us know what your number one game is as well.
Exactly.
What was your PlayStation 1 game that you always loved to go play, sit down and play,
know yourself,
and just lose yourself in the story in the game. Immerse yourself in this game.
Know yourself.
And shut up.
No, yourself. No.
So anyway. Yes, go down in the comments. Let us know what your number one is.
That's right.
Because we got to end this video. It's getting a little winded, a little long. And as always, just like and subscribe. Go tell your mom and daddy, your brother, your sister, your friends. And
the homeless guy on the street.
Just leave us a comment. In the comments, and just tell us what your number one is, and help us decide which one should be number one. And as much as I hate to say it, Breath of Fire 3 is going to win. But anyway, whichever one is the better one, y'all decide which one's the better one on the voting. We will, we will back down from the other one. Okay, and we will let that one be number one.
We know that there's supposed to be a whole lot. We could probably done a top 20.
No, we probably could have done top 50, top 100.
Well, I don't think it was.
I'm sorry, but we had to keep it at 10. To keep this a little short. It's actually gone a little long as it is.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, that's why we got to end it. So, like I said, like, subscribe, tell your mama, tell your brother, tell your father, tell your sisters, friends, whatever. Tell them to come join us here at the Game Shack. Like, subscribe, or come watch us, on Twitch. Odysseus84. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to about 10:30, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. Jeff here. He's Majin Ninja 84. He streams every day from 3 or 4?
3 to 6.
3 to 6 Eastern time.
That's right.
Every day. Okay.
Almost.
So come check us out. You know, we have some games up there, you know, that we'd like to share with you and chat with you and talk with you.
That's right.
So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and end this show. And as always,
stay positive.
Stay humble.
Later.
Peace.
Done. Yes.